Hello everybody, welcome to Game Dev Tycoon, a game about making games. And as you can see, we've been transported back to the past 35 whole years to showcase our talents to the world and become the single greatest developer in the entire world. Will we make it? Who knows? There's only one way to find out, so let's start. First of all, we've got our player character right here who's going to be conveniently doing all the work for us, and I've named him Greg. Now Greg isn't just an ordinary Greg, oh no. This man right here is the owner of Big Money Cash, the game company, because I want to let everyone know what my main end goal is. Pure capitalism. Unfortunately for Greg, he still lives in his mother's garage, completely isolated from the outside world. However, this is no problem at all. A hard worker isn't defined by their skills, no, they're defined by their commitment to the grind. Just ask Jeff Bezos, I'm sure he'll love to share his opinions on employee work conditions. Thanks to Greg's introversion, he'll be able to work every hour of the week without eating, showering, or taking a bathroom break, and if you think about it, he really is no different than the average mobile game player. Moving on though, it's time to create some games, and to do that, we have to press develop new game on Greg over here, and we get this lovely menu with the options to pick our topic, pick our genre, pick our platform, and ultimately name our game. The topics we have here are mad science, medieval, abstract, and hacking. And while none of these topics truly speak to me, I think hitting the game market with something abstract and unique will truly garner some people's attention. And as for genre, let's have it be an abstract RPG game. Buy my game, please. Of course, we also have to pick our platform, and we have the options between the G64 and the PC. And I believe there's nothing better than a good investment, so we're gonna pick the most expensive option, the G64. And let's have it be a 2D graphics game. Look, we also get to choose which parts of the game we want to focus on the most. Now, seeing as we're gonna be making an RPG game, I wanted to have a great story that'll leave you sobbing at the end. What if that's just the only thing that we add? Who cares about the engine and the gameplay? Let's just turn that all the way down and make it the first visual novel to ever exist. As we can see, Greg is hard at work now. We're getting these little balls that are floating up in the air. It's time for the second development stage. Again, sticking to the whole visual novel thing we got going on, I'm gonna crank dialogues all the way up and leave the rest all the way to the bottom. I'm sure this game is gonna be the best game ever. Everyone's gonna love it. Now we've entered the third and final development stage. Let's also have our game have the best graphics to date. World design and sound definitely don't matter here. And voila, after bug fixing a little bit, we can finish up our game and release it. Now, thanks to the help of our orange and blue balls, we get a whole bunch of experience. We can finally release our game. And we just created the game of the year. Oh.
You suck.
Well, look, surely it was because we were begging people to buy our game in the title. We'll just have to do them one better and take this a bit more seriously. Luckily for us, though, it is selling some units, albeit not as much as I expected, but it sure is selling. Look at that, we already passed over 2,000 units sold. I think we do have a future after all. Well, this time I think we have to take it a little bit more seriously and actually come up with a creative title for our game, and a little bit of a better topic and genre combination. So for our next game, I'm thinking we dabble in a little bit of medieval and simulation, and we'll just give it a very creative name that's sure to sell billions of copies. And let's release it for the PC this time so we don't lose all of our cash. So this time rather than focusing on one part of the game exclusively, I'm gonna try balancing it out a little. Of course, simulation games are all about the gameplay, so we can't skimp out on that, but it will make the rest a little bit more even. Of course, we gotta invest lots of time in AI before we have NPCs running against the walls for hours at a time. And the dialogue needs to be decent too. Now for the last stage, I'm not too worried about sound, but the graphics and the world design need to be top-notch, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh boy, looks like we're in the red because of our last game, but no problem. Let's just hope that this game gets us out of the red and into the profits. Now while waiting for reviews to kick in, I'm gonna start developing a new game right away. A hacking simulation game. And here we go, we got game reviews for Era of Empire 0. Let's see how they are. Alright. Oh, 5. Okay, it's definitely a step up from Please Buy My Game. Another 5 from Informed Gamer. Another 5. Can we get another 5? Can we get a quadruple 5? We got a quadruple 5. Alright. Looks like we made the right play of taking it a bit more serious. Not only that, but the game is so successful, we now have 4 real fans. Looks like the Invento is entering the gaming scene fully now thanks to their widely successful Dinky King. And wait. Widely successful? Anyways, our reviews for Watch Dogs came in, and it looks like it's a bit of a hit or miss between these journalists, but we're getting there. Our company is all about innovation after all, with no ulterior motives, and I'm assuming the hacking scene isn't as popular yet. Now don't question the legality of this, but we're making a sequel to the critically acclaimed Dinky King for PC, and it's gonna be spectacular. Now hold on, Jason here thinks we have potential and it's giving us contract work for easy cash. I might have to look into that. But first we gotta finish this real quick. Watch Dogs is selling pretty nicely and it's actually getting us out of the red right now. And would you look at that, Invento is releasing their console next year. Now one might call it a home console, but to me it looks like a whole bunch of cash. Anyways, our Dinky King 2 is finished, so let's see how it performs. Here are our reviews and I'm excited, let's check it out. And oh, look, some sequels just aren't that great. I think Greg's gotta think this through a bit more to come up with something truly innovative. So after doing a bit of research on game topics, I came across a construction topic, and it gave me a genius idea. Hear me out. Construction, simulation, BIM City. That's right, this would be the game to change everything so far, and I was correct. BIM City sold over 10,000 units instantly, and easily got us to $100,000, which let us invest in an Invento TES license to appeal to a wider audience. Needless to say, we instantly got to work on our first TES release with The Legend of Velma, a dungeon RPG game. And while it did put me near bankruptcy, it was worth it because the reviews were great and the profits were even greater. So as Greg sat there wondering what to do with the cash, we decided to research custom game engines with, get this, tutorials. No longer will you need to rely on those pesky guidebooks written by people who spread misinformation like a wildfire. You just buy the game and get it all in one package. Now making a game engine right now would be pretty stupid. I'll go bankrupt basically instantly, so I'm gonna make one more game that'll hopefully give me enough money to invest in an engine. I present to you Civilization 0.1, the history simulation game. Alright, the reviews came in and... oh man, business is booming. We're making bangers after bangers non-stop, look at that. Forgive me if I say this wrong, but looks like Veina's Master V is planned to release soon, and it'll be a perfect opportunity to test out a new engine. Thanks to the humongous sales of Civilization 0.1, I'm gonna start working on that engine right away. I'll call it the Greg. Great Revolutionary Engine by Greg, for short. And there we go. I'm also going to research target audiences so we can appeal to certain age groups to really rake in that cash from not only the easily influenced, but also the elderly. You guys know that Flash game about popping bubbles with those unpleasant gradients in the background? Yeah, I want to make that. I'm not really sure what topic it falls under, but I'm making the genre action because I got my heart racing back in the day. Combined with our new engine, this is bound to make us trillions for sure. Yeah man, just add all the features, who cares at this point? And there we go. The reviews are in and... oh yeah, I wasn't expecting anything less. This game is a banger. Matter of fact, we just hit 50k units sold and the flow is cashing, but let's not stop there. We gotta make even more. I just got this new sci-fi topic, and with that we'll make Goldbusters the video game. Again, don't worry about legality or licensing, we don't care about that mumbo jumbo. Greg hasn't even paid his taxes in 3 years and the IRS doesn't even know he's making games for profit. But we're still thriving, so nothing can stop us now. But wait, no way dude, Goldbusters got a 10? That's insane. And 100,000 units sold? Yo, Big Money Cash is really living up to its name. I mean dude, we have $1 million now. It looks like we're able to upgrade from our mom's garage into an actual proper office. How could I refuse that? There we have it folks, a brand new shiny office. Moral of the story, IP enrichment saved my life and it could save yours too. For legal reasons, I am joking. Anyways, with our brand new office comes the opportunity to hire brand new employees, but first we have to train Greg to properly manage staff before Big Money Cash turns into a front for Activision Blizzard. And after spending some time on that, we can now safely hire employees with no trouble. Hiring employees is quite simple and beneficial. In this little menu, we can select the amount of cash we'd like to spend on finding employees, and these 3 options affect what they specialize in. Complex algorithms cater to those who are very tech-savvy, and so they'll have a better technology stat than their design stat. Game demos are for people who are perfectly capable of creating their own full game without the help of others, and will have balanced stats between technology and design. Last but not least, showreels are for those who excel in design but aren't that great on the technological side of things. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from my research, the budget you set doesn't seem to affect how good the employees you find are. It simply only affects how many employees show up. So for the sake of my wallet, I'll just hire a single employee who's good at both design and technology for now with a budget of 20k. There we go, we found Devin Drake, and I'm sure he'll be a great addition to the company. With that, we can now also research and make medium-sized games that are bound to make lots of cash if done right. Oh, Devin found out our fans have made a fan game using assets of BIM City. I mean, they don't even make any money off of it, so who am I to stop them? We basically make our own fan games, except we actually earn money off of them, so sure, go ahead. Looks like that choice hit us well. We're now the best company in the world to some eyes. We even gained a lot of fans. Looks like Veina's launching their Veina gear real soon, and I'm thinking we make one more game before that thing completely takes over the market. What else could it be other than the sci-fi RPG Gregtroid with an Invento gameling? And there we go, not only has the Veina gear released, but our new game is finally done. Let's see how it performs. Alright, well, I was kind of expecting better. Who do you think we are? Look at those reviews. No one does it like us, I'm telling you. With the success of Gregtroid, we can use the profits to start a brand new original franchise under the name of Audio the
Aranashini.
Audio the Aranacine. Let's get our license for the Vena gear and get to work. The reviews came in and out of pure luck I got a quadruple 7. More importantly, I had Greg and Co do some contract work to get our research points up to 40, which let us research the phenomenon that is marketing. This way we can build up hype for our product and get even more sales, and I'll be a fool if I didn't. I'm also going to research the art of level editors and send Devin out on vacation since I reckon he deserves one. And with that, Vena is already set to release another console, the Vena Oasis. And I'm thinking we should start making some bigger games, so give me just 1 second. There we go. Now that we have more research points, it's time to research medium games. These games are much bigger and thus not only need the help of publisher to gain more attraction, but also more employees. So I went ahead and hired 2 more that excel at design and technology. With all of that done, let's start making our first medium game. To do that, we simply hit find publishing deal and we get a list of publishers with their demands. This contract demands we make a construction action game for any console and it must get a minimum score of 5. Sounds easy enough? Let's do it. And since we gotta make a construction action game, I think I'm gonna call this one Night Fort. Real original. We're losing lots of money, but let's just hope this game does well. This time we have to drag and drop which employees work on which part of the game based on their stats, and I imagine the engine needs quite a lot of technological knowledge, so I'll assign Tom references to that. Gameplay probably needs a bit of both, so I'll get Ruth Curry assigned on that. We just do this for all 3 development stages, and boom, Night Fort is made. The reviews are in and they're pretty decent, but what's important is that it got past an average of 5, and so our publisher's demands are met and the sales are insanely high. Unfortunately, the cost of employees are getting a bit too high, and my most recent workers have shown me a lot of potential, so I have to pull a Microsoft and fire Devin. Thanks for all your work so far, buddy. Goodbye. After making just a few more original games, researching a bunch of topics, and even participating in the G3 game convention, I think it's time we make a new engine. Now don't get me wrong, Greg is an amazing engine, but if it's so amazing, then why isn't there a Greg 2? Well, guess what? Now there is. I'm just gonna add all the features because we have the money for it and get straight to work. Ooh, Vonnie's new play system looks like the perfect console to test our new engine out on. And there we go, Greg 2 is complete. I say we hit up a publisher real quick and make another banger game. This time called Inhabitant Evil. Yeah, this one's gonna be great. Can't forget the marketing to build up hype, and reviews are in. Oh no, that's not good. Matter of fact, it was so bad we literally went against our contract and lost money. But that doesn't matter because despite the poor reception, I'm still getting tons of cash, and I know my engine is perfectly capable of making great games. So I'm just gonna train my employees up a bit instead and try again. Give me just a second. Oh, also, Greg outclasses Ruth Curry in just about every single stat, so I think I'll unfortunately have to fire her as well and find a new, better designer to work for us. Well, would you look at that? An amazing designer for only 17k a month? Don't mind if I do. Welcome aboard, Rebecca. We'll give her some staff welcome and training, and what's going on with your computer there? Whatever, check this out. The TES64 is releasing soon. And now that the employees have been trained a lot, I'm gonna take up another publishing deal to see if we can make it big with a medium game. You know what? This one seems like an amazing deal. RPG games work well on the play system and we only need an average rating of 5. Let's do it. I present to you First Fantasy 7. Hey, look at that. At least it's better than the last game and we actually reached the publisher's demands. The sales are going through the roof as well. And hey, Rebecca is suggesting we renovate our office so we don't have to work on these crappy boxes anymore. Sure, why not? Oh yeah, this office is much better. Look at that new design. We have a little game corner. We're finally using new PCs. And you know what? We're on year 11 and big money cash has come a long way. I think this is a good stop to call it a day. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you guys would like to see more and enjoy the video, do consider liking, subscribing, and letting me know what you'd like to see next in the comments. Until then, bye bye.